Morning. Sorry, I was running late.
Today or not.
Let's see. Go ahead and find a comfortable position on your mat. Any position that's calling to you this morning. It can be a seated meditation. You can lie on your back. You may need a pillow, you may not today. Or block, it's just to raise your hips. Starting to settle in, finding your intention for your practice, setting that intention, and then finding that natural rhythm of your breath. Without changing, without manipulating, without forcing anything, just observing that natural inhale and natural exhale. Maybe observe the distractions in the background. Without attachment, let them go. Slowly starting to bring awareness back to your body. If you're on your back or on your belly, coming into a seated position on your mat. Before we start twisting our spine, let's loosen up that lower back. So bring your feet together, knees out, bring your feet diamond shape, taking out the hamstrings. You need to bring a block underneath your bottom. Feel free to do so. And you can inhale your arms above your head. Maybe you take a little stretch of each shoulder. Then exhale, just start to melt that chest forward. Lowering. Lowering. Lowering without pulling, without tugging. Once you get to where you think is your edge being where anything more would be too much, anything less would not be enough. Turn those palms to face the sky. Let your head fall towards your feet. If you need to bring a pillow, a block, or something up underneath your forehead to rest your forehead, feel free to do so. Taking some of that pressure off your cervical spine. We're really trying to focus the outer hips and the lower back here. And just start to breathe, settling in. Allowing each inhale to find areas of tension, areas of tightness. And each exhale to take you a little bit deeper. Slowly starting to lift your chest, allowing your head to continue to hang heavy, coming up one vertebrae at a time. When you're up, go ahead and allowing your chin to rise without shaking anything, just sitting in observance, observing the echo, the rebound of the pose. Eventually allowing your legs to straighten in front of you. Maybe you bounce your knees a little bit. Let your head fall from side to side or shoulder to shoulder. Rolling your head one way and then the other. Then you're going to bend your knees, send your soles of your feet to the mat. Feet are about hip width apart. Windshield wiper your knees to the left, then come up, then over to the right, leaving them there. Your left knee is going to be close to the sole of your right foot. Right knee is pointing off at about a 90-degree angle to the right. Left foot is by or close to your left hip or out to the left side of your mat. You can stay right here as you start to turn, feeling the stretch in the outer hip, lower back, inner groin. Or you can continue to walk your hands around, come all the way into your deer pose, turning towards the back of the mat, getting this spinal twist. You can stay here. This is option one. Option two is maybe you turn and bring your elbows down to the mat. Option three is allowing your chest to fall all the way down. It's settling in. Listen to Speckles as she lets us know she laid an egg. Settling into that breath wheel. Allowing each breath to take you deeper and deeper into your head. Slowly starting to push away from the mat, lifting your chest and head. You come back up to seated, twisting back around, allowing your legs to extend long. Try not to shake anything, just observing. And allowing yourself to shake out, move however you need to. Coming onto your back, allowing your knees to come into your chest. Exhale, bringing your feet to the mat, allowing your knees to separate. You come into this sublime butterfly. Not holding your feet in, not allowing any muscular engagement to occur. So if your feet start to slide away from the mat, that is fine, or maybe you put a block in front of them. Settle into that breath. Slowly rising back up. Bringing your knees, pointing them to the sky, allowing your feet to be on the mat. We're going to take this deer to the other side. So first, windshield your white for your knees to the right. Then back to the left. Getting them in that position that you like. Again, option one is just to sit here with a twist, getting a nice sensation here in your groin, lower back, and your hips. Maybe it's somewhere in your quad, your calf, maybe even your hamstring. If you want to take it a little bit deeper, just start to twist, taking your chest and pointing it towards the back of the mat. Eventually allowing yourself to fall towards the earth as far as your body will allow. Maybe each exhale takes you a little bit deeper. trying to peel your chest away from the mat. Coming back up into a seated position as you observe the rebound. And finding small movements. So I'm going to roll over, coming onto our hands and knees into this tabletop position. We're just going to point our fingers back towards our knees. The sensation is enough right there in your forearms, right here. Just stay right here. Otherwise, just shift your hips back toward your heels just a little bit until you find your edge in your wrists and your forearms. It's not an area we stretch often, but I know a lot of you do a lot of my Ashtanga and my flows. So you're on your hands in downward facing dog and your chaturangas a whole lot. It's nice to give this area of your body a little love every once in a while. You're not rocking back and forth. You're just sitting on that edge. Never to a point of pain, just to the point of sensation. Maybe you play around with the spacing on your fingers, seeing how that changes, for stretching the ligaments, the edge of the pose. Turning your fingers back towards the front of the mat. You're going to flip the hand, come on to the tops of the hands. Fingers are pointing back towards your knees. Once again, staying stacked for a second. And then once you're there, slowly and mindfully lowering or shifting your hips backwards. Feeling a stretch on the opposite sides of the forearms now. Flipping your hands back over, bringing the palms down to the mat. You're gonna bring your knees about hip width apart, maybe a little bit wider, maybe all the way to the edges of your mat. Your toes are gonna come together. If you want to come into child's pose, shift your hips back. If you want to go into frog, taking your knees a little bit wider, feet will be the same width as your knees. You start to shift your hips back, lowering your chest here. Feeling a nice deep stretch on the inside of your groin. If you need to turn towards the one side of the mat, feel free to do so. If you need a block for underneath your chest or head, bring in that also. Yogi's choice, frog. Allowing time and gravity. Mindfully and extremely slowly, especially if you're in frog, start to come out. Maybe you start by planting your hands under your shoulders, pushing away from the mat, then bringing one foot in at a time, and then maybe shimmy one knee closer and closer at a time, moving with purpose, but extremely slow and mindfully. You turn towards the long side of your mat, shifting back towards the front. You're in this tabletop position. Inhale your right arm to the sky. Exhale, allowing that right arm to thread up underneath the left. Bringing your right shoulder to the mat, right ear towards the mat. You get compression on this right side. Maybe a stretch in your shoulder and maybe in your neck. Once again, settling in on that breath. Allowing time and gravity to do its thing. slowly and mindfully starting to lift your chest. Bring that right arm, sending it back to the sky. And releasing your right hand back to the mat. Taking this on the other side. Inhale your left arm to the sky, opening. And so thread that left arm through. Slowly releasing that left arm, allowing it to rise to the sky. Then releasing that left hand to the mat, coming all the way onto your belly. We're going to take a quick counter on both sides, doing a quick broken wing. It won't be for the full time on each side. We'll go ahead and stick that left arm out to the left side of your mat. Bring your right hand under your right shoulder and start to roll over onto that left hip. Stacking your right over that left if possible. Right foot comes on top of the left, or maybe you even point your right knee up to the sky and bring your right foot behind your left knee. Maybe your right arm can wrap around your back. Finding your variation. releasing your chest back onto the mat. You're going to extend your right arm out to the right side of your mat this time. Palm is down. I see a lot of people that turn their hand up and bring it by their side and flip over. That doesn't do anything. You're trying to get a stretch in your shoulder, bicep, maybe even your cervical spine. So palm is down, arm is out. Stacking over that right hip. Staying connected to that natural breath, remembering that this is a breathing class first and foremost. Slowly releasing back onto your chest. If you would like to take a belly shavasana, feel free to do so. Otherwise, you can roll over onto your back. Send your feet to the corners of your mat. Arms will come by your side. As you start to release everything into the mat, becoming heavier and heavier. Eyes will close. As you take rest in Shavasana. Slowly start to bring awareness back to your body. Finding small movements. Allowing those movements to gradually get larger. Maybe you roll your wrists, maybe your arms go overhead for a full body stretch. Eventually bringing your knees into your chest, give them a big hug, and then allowing them to fall over to your favorite side as you come into a fetal position, representing rebirth, new beginning. Gradually pushing away with that top hand, coming into a seated position. Legs are crossed, eyes are closed, hands are at heart center. As you send metta, gratitude, loving kindness to those around you. To those that you care about, and even those that challenge you. May is mental health awareness month. So remember, as you interact with people, even though we're quarantined, you still interact. Keep in mind that there are many out there suffering from illnesses that cannot be seen, with a scratch, with a runny nose, with a broken leg. Show compassion. Inhale your arms above your head, palms come together. Exhale your thumbs to your third eye. May your thoughts be positive. From your thumbs to your lips. May your words be encouraging. Thumbs to your heart center. May your heart be filled with love and understanding. Remember, people start to heal the moment they feel heard. The light in me loves the light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Thank you all for coming. I'm going to hit unmute. Unmute. Oh, okay, you're unmuted. I sound like I'm from the north. Unmuted.
Thanks, Paul.
Thank y'all for coming. Did y'all like it?
Yeah, it was great.
I liked
Yeah, I
it.
needed it.
Me too. But I just got off a bike, so I don't know if I was doing things that would feel good to me or if y'all felt good too.
No, it felt great.
Awesome.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
so
you.
much.
Thank
you, Paul.
All right, thanks, Taylor. Bye, Christine. Bye, Rita. Bye, Harriet.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.